When you get into a relationship with a black person, how do you ensure you're not breaking the law?
Damn.
Huh? Breaking the law? How about I break your jaw, mate? How about I lay you on the floor? How about I kick down your door? Silly ass nigga, bro. Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back. Today, we're going to be reacting to Racist Man Has a Meltdown over Swedish Woman Loving Black Men. Now, this is by the amazing Lucas. Never reacted to this guy before. So, without any further ado, let's get Lego.
Are white men okay?
What a way to start.
Oh my goodness. So let me just say, I refuse to believe that the dating scene has changed this drastically, okay? Because I don't know what's going on with white dudes right now, with some of them, because they are losing their ish. They are acting like they are being treated like lepers in the dating scene.
Ew, 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 ew.
And it's really wild to see, I'm not gonna lie, because there is one of these videos that I've seen tons of them, but there's this one video where you have this white guy. He flew to Sweden. Listen to me. He flew to Sweden and I know what you're thinking. Well, Lucas, he flew to Sweden to pick up women, huh? Is that what he did? You know, that's what they're going to Thailand. They're going to, out of the country to pick up women. No. He flew to Sweden to talk about BBC.
Gay!
I kid you not, bro. I kid you not. What man flies to Sweden to talk about another man? That's crazy to me. He's in Sweden. He's talking about how he's American, and he brings out he brings out a binder.
These are just some ads for some Polish stores. Do you notice any pattern?
Sure. Yeah.
What's
Ads for what? Polish stores?
Brings out a binder.
These are just some ads for some Polish stores. Do you notice any pattern?
Sure. Yeah.
What's the pattern?
White girl loves it.
White girl with black guy.
Yeah.
Fam,
Okay.
what? He brings out a binder with like
What's his argument here? What's his point?
ads. Now, obviously, these are cherry-picked ads, but he's like, do you guys see a pattern there? Huh? Do you guys see a pattern? And, the pattern is like, yeah, it's, a white girl with a black guy. It's like, oh, yeah, you see the pattern. You notice it, right? Now, one thing you have to understand with some of these white guys is that you have to, their mind is that they blame everything on the Jews. That's where they go to. That's their go-to. Immediately the Jews.
Jew.
So what they think, hear me, I kid you not, I'm dead ass serious. They think.
So, bro, I'm so happy that we had. Sorry, this is just a little off topic. I'm so happy we have these type of cartoons, like South Park and The Simpsons and American Dad and all that. Like, I'm glad they can just make fun of what's actually going on, if you know what I mean. Like, it's a good thing
that the Jews are putting out this propaganda to convince their women to sleep with black guys.
That's just sad.
I know. I know. That is the biggest cope I've ever seen in my life. Once again, this has to do with the lineage of evil. The lineage of evil always puts the blame on someone else. It's never their incompetence. It's never their, inability to attract a woman. They always have to put the blame on someone else. So in this case, they're blaming like, oh, it's the Jewish media that keeps on telling our women to get with black guys. First off, you have to understand what they're essentially saying, that their women are dumb. That's what they're saying, that they have no autonomy, that if they see enough ads, they'll just go and do what the ads tell them to do, which is wild, because if that's what you believe, why would you want to get with those women to begin with?
Damn.
What you're doing is insulting your own women. You're saying that your white women are dumb. That's crazy to me. And then are upset that they're not picking you. Here's the thing, if they're so dumb, wouldn't it be easy to counteract the propaganda that they're being fed, right? Would it? Because you run the world, right? You guys were kings, you guys were civilization builders. I don't understand how you're allowing such a small group of people to, judo mindset trickery, right? Do some tricks on your women's brain to make them be attracted to black guys.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, I don't know. That argument is heavily cope. Yeah, heavily cope. And then I see, because I can kind of see where the argument comes from, as in like Jewish media, you know, they're not directly telling white women to sleep with black guys, but they do make black guys seem very, cool and whatnot compared to their cool and exciting compared to their white counterparts. So yeah, that may be a point to discuss, but that is not the primary reason that white women be liking black men, guys. No. You don't just get to you don't just get to do that, right? Because when black people want to say, "Oh, I can't do this because of systemic racism and institutionalized racism and blah 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 and this, that, and the third," the white people all want to be like, "Oh, you're just pretending to be a victim. You're just da 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 da. Just do better. Just work harder." But now, white people, y'all get to push it on a different race and blame systems and whatnot. Come on, keep it fair now. Keep it fair. Keep it fair.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
But the second
Black men are just more fun today. I'm sorry.
Damn!
I'm sorry. I've heard it out of many mouths now, in real life and online. It's just what it is. It's just the consensus.
part to that is, it's not that it has anything to do with, the advertisements or anything like that. It has to do with them not being attracted to you. Not necessarily white men, but to you. And that's where it gets personal. Because what many of these white dudes have to accept is that it has nothing to do with what they believe is propaganda, has nothing to do with, any of the lies they've been fed. It has to do with them. That, hey, there are other white guys that are doing really okay. They're doing just fine with white women. They're doing fine with Asian women, black women. They're doing fine with a lot of women. It just seems to be a you problem that you can't get a white woman.
Damn!
That's really the fault of a lot of these dudes that go down this racist, this racist tunnel, this racist rabbit hole, and they're like, "Oh, the Jews are getting our women to not like us." No, because you have to understand, there was no propaganda during slavery, and many of them were having slave children. I don't know what to tell you.
Also, how can one race give a section of one race to another race? How does that even make sense? Like, I know Jews be powerful, but nigga, they're not that powerful. Damn, they can't just straight up say, "You white woman, be with black man." No.
Now, obviously not consensual, right? Because a slave can't consent. But what you need to understand is that the common denominator throughout history is you.
Damn!
And your inferiority.
Damn!
That's what it is. It has nothing to do with like white men, white women, or anything like that. There just happens to be a large group of your population that are, they're lacking, for lack of better words. I mean, I could go a little bit deep, but that's what they are. But this video gets even crazier because then he asks him, "Hey, would you get with the black guy?" And she's like, "Sure."
White girl with black guy.
Yeah.
And they're happy, right?
Yeah.
Is that something that makes you guys happy?
Sure.
The fuck are they supposed to answer to that?
It doesn't affect anything.
Would you guys date a black guy?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
When you get into a relationship with a black person, how do you ensure you're not breaking the law?
Hear me.
Damn!
Huh? Breaking the law. How about I break your jaw, mate? How about I lay you on the floor? How about I kick down your door? Silly ass nigga, bro. What? Oh my gosh, people like this need a slap.
Yeah, you may need to
Needs to
sit for this
hold one.
This is levels of cope I haven't seen before. But what he's trying to insinuate and suggest is that, hey, because black people are so low IQ, that legally you can't sleep with them because they can't give consent because they're so low IQ.
But because
It's not a funny joke.
here's
It's
Africa,
not.
Yeah.
and the IQ necessary to be able to consent is 70.
Now, bruh, I don't know. That is a new one, okay? That is a new one because they try to come up with ideas to shame, their women not to get with other races. I don't even say other races. It's only black men, right? You'll see them get with an Asian, they'll be fine. You'll see them get with someone else, they'll be fine. But a black guy, that's like an affront to them. They really take offense. And it's constantly BBC on the mind and low IQ. And I'm like, did Charlie Kirk teach y'all nothing? Did he teach y'all nothing? Like, come on now. The charts, y'all are bringing up charts in real life going per capita, but the IQ. Fam, I don't know what to tell you, but this is getting embarrassing for you guys. It really is, because this is essentially what you're saying is that you're biologically defeated. Damn! That's what you're saying. You're saying you're admitting defeat to the point where you're trying to come up with like arguments for your women not to get with black guys. If you know anything about just I don't know, persuasion, female psychology, that is not how you do it. You don't try to like, well, you see this data right here? The data says this and this is what. No wonder you're single. No wonder you're an incel. That's not how you go about it. I mean, it's just really sad. And I'm seeing more and more of these videos, and it has me concerned because I'm confused as to what is causing these people, a good chunk of white guys, to just lose their ish all of a sudden. Are all the Chads, are all of them just happily married and no longer helping the youth? Because if that's the case, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You gotta hide your dogs if that's the case, bro. You gotta hide your kids because that's historically what's happened. When they don't have access to something they want, they lash out. And if it's due to sexual frustration, bro, they're gonna get with dogs as they've done before. They're gonna get with horses. They're gonna get with animals, bro. They're gonna get with children. You know they have a sweet spot for that historically and even presently. So it's just like, it's going to be a scary place to live in if it's not already.
I do like dogs.
And, all I'm saying is, bro, you can be better than this, fam. You really can. It has nothing to do with marketing. It has nothing to do with ads. It has nothing to do with any of that. Because what you're essentially saying is that if enough white guys watch, I guess, gay advertising, I guess they'll turn gay? Is that the logic that we're coming to? At the end of the day, all of your stats, all of your per capita, all of your low IQ and all that's not gonna help you in the dating scene, fam. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you should get a tan, right? Get a tan, simple as that. Get in shape, lose some of the body fat, right? Get a decent job or whatever. I don't know. So just the basics. How about y'all start with the basics? Get some proper grooming, because some of y'all look nasty out there. And you wonder why, she's not talking to you. It has nothing to do with you being white. It has to do with you stink, or at least you look like you stink, right? You look like you're not having fun half the time. You're always looking at other guys, right? You're looking at the black guys. Oh, she's talking to him and not me. Freaking mud shark. And you just ooze with low self-esteem, right? Because this behavior right here is low self-esteem.
Very low self-esteem. And I know black people do this too. Like every race does this. Like there's people in every race that do this. But like me now, if I was to see a white guy out with a black girl, or a black girl with a white, no, that's literally just the same thing. But I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't feel any type of way. I just be like, oh, that's what's up. Y'all go ahead, do your business. But there's gonna be some black people that see that and are like, oh my gosh, how could she ever do that? How could she get with a colonizer? How could she just betray the race like that? She set us back to slavery with that one. Like these are all comments that are actually made, and it's clearly happening on the flip side with the white people. But I just don't understand how you even get to there. And especially the white people. I get black people because we went through slavery and blah blah blah. Some people just, I don't know, it's just got a hold of their heart. Okay, not saying it's right, but hey ho. But with the on the white side now, I really don't. I don't get it. I don't get where the hate comes from unless it's a thing of we used to own these lot. So why do you now want to go and have relations with them? Maybe it's a that thing, but who knows?
Woman
I just don't really get like the actual mentality behind the hate, you know?
is going to view this as like, wow, what a dreamer, man. Oh man, what a catch. You know, here's my knight in shining armor. No, because one of the most unattractive things for a woman is for a low confidence male. And for you constantly talking about black men, for black men to be on your head, you know, in Sweden after you travel to Sweden, fam, that's a psychosis. You got BBC psychosis. that's what I realized. I'm realizing that a lot of the white dudes, you know, especially the youth, you know, growing up, they got BBC psychosis, and that's not good, bro. That's not good at all. Because the more you talk about it, well, the more they want to find out. And the cycle continues. Anyways, guys, that's a video. Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Oh, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you're down below. 2 videos dropping every single day, so pull up tomorrow, come check me out. Peace and prosperity. I'm gone.